Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Cruz. How are you? Okay, so happy Sunday. I'm just getting back from church and I was doing my inner seeking, spiritual revelation, guidance seeking, reflection, introspective work, right? So, as I was in church today, the thought of the power of decision came across my mind. And the power of decision is what I want to talk to you about today because it is, to me, it's like the eighth wonder of the world, right? It's like when you really understand the power of decision, you own the game. You own the game, right? At least you own an aspect, at least, of the game, right? And the game is life. So there's a lot of people, and I used to be one of them, who just live in this place of familiarity, comfortability, oblivion, survival, um, negativity, just being checked out, mentally, emotionally. They don't want to deal with certain things, so they pretend that stuff doesn't exist. Maybe, um, and I don't know that people consciously do that, right? I didn't consciously do that. I didn't consciously live in oblivion. I didn't consciously when I was drinking, right, my rum and cokes, and I would go to work, I would come home, I would have a drink. A couple hours later, I would have another drink, or maybe like an hour later. And so I don't know, maybe I was having like two or three drinks an evening, or um, on the weekends, it was a lot more. I was partying really, really hard for a certain part of my life. And I didn't consciously know that I was making a decision to do that. I was just doing it because I didn't have the awareness level to to ask myself, what is the consequence of what I'm doing, right? So if we don't consciously think about the consequence or the effect, cause and effect, that was my cause. What is going to be the effect? I wasn't actively thinking that way. So I didn't realize why I was drinking or partying so much. And I think a lot of people kind of go through life doing what they do, whether it's getting high, whether it's laying on the couch just vegged out, they're kind of tired. They're like, I just want to check out. I don't want to participate. But they're making a decision. And whether we realize we're making an active decision or we're making a passive decision, we're still making a decision. Whatever you're doing in life right now, you're making a decision to do that, whether you realize you're making that decision or not. That's really something fascinating to think about, especially if you've never thought about it before. Everything you do in life is a decision you're making. So, me making this video right now is a decision I'm making, right? I made a decision to come home and make this video. Now, uh, I have an intention, right? Most people don't live their daily life and the decisions they're making with an active intention. But the power of decisions, if you understand the power that wields for you, and then you understand the power of having an intention with that decision, you own most of the game. Okay? The game is life. Are you a victim or are you a victor? Are you a participant or are you asleep on a couch, checked out? Are you exercising or are you getting high? You know what I mean? Like, are you deliberately making decisions in your life. I want you to think about that, okay? Because once you understand that when you actively make a decision and you actively have an intention for what you want that decision to create for you, you have now just kind of let the genie escape the bottle. That's what it's all about. Wake up, make a decision, have an intention, positive, right? I'm assuming we all understand. I'm talking about positive stuff, all right? I'm not talking about negative stuff. Don't be making no negative decisions. Don't be vindictive and retaliatory and all that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about actively creating your future, actively creating your present. If you're not feeling well, actively make an intention, connect it with a decision to feel differently, to do things differently, to 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 just show up differently, right? If you have to paint the color of your living room or your bedroom so that you feel better in your own home, then do it. Make that decision because the power of that decision will have rewards for you. All right? It's all about connecting the dots. What do you want out of life? Make a decision. What are you going to do to get it? Have an intention. What do you want that decision to do for you? Move into action and then see what happens. Don't hold on. Don't hold on to the result. You got to let it go. Once you make the decision and you make the intention and you put it in motion, let it go. Don't keep checking, like if you're cooking, don't keep taking the top off the pot, checking if the water is gone or whatever. Let it boil, let it simmer, let it cook. Go on about what you're doing in life. Make some more positive decisions. Make some more positive intentions. But change your life. And this is how you do it. Okay? So that's my word for today. Power of decision. When I decided I wanted to get a PhD, I made the decision. I had an intention. And 5 years later, it was done. Let my hair grow. I made a decision. I wanted to let my hair grow back. I had an intention. I liked the way it looked. I intended to look that way. And so I stopped cutting it short and I just get my layers put in or whatever, right? And in time, it grows. In time, the PhD showed up. Relationships. I'm constantly reminding myself to renew my relationship with Jesus, with my daughter, with whoever it is. I have an intention. I make the decision of what it is I want to do, and then I do it. And then I go about my day, okay? But it simmers and it marinates and it boils and it cooks. And then one day I have like great energy. I have a great spirit because that's me renewing my spirit with God. And it shows up. And the same thing for my daughter. Okay? You got to look in your own life. What do you want to change? What decisions do you need to make? What intentions do you need to create? All right. So that's your homework. Okay? Not that I'm your school teacher, but do that, right? Do that. Figure it out. Think about it. Spend some time in here. Introspection, right? Figure out what kind of life you want, what decisions you need to make, what intentions you have to create, and then go do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, honey. TikTok says the clock. You got to get the move on, honey. Okay? Life waits for no one. Make your decisions, make your intentions, live your life the best way that you want to live it. Create it. It's yours. The power is in your decisions. That's a secret. The eighth wonder of the world, the power of decisions. Have a nice day, okay? Happy Sunday to you. Bye bye.